Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to askNK. Today we're taking a look at the beautiful tool made available by Orange Turbine called RetopoFlow version 4. And we all know RetopoFlow is an amazing tool that you can use to do beautiful and nice looking retopology for Blender. And the brand new RetopoFlow version 4 now makes it even easier for you to do any kind of retopology as it blends perfectly well with Blender. And the good thing with this is if you already have a previous version of this, there is now a coupon code which you can use to actually get RetopoFlow version 4 for an amazing discount. Links to that is going to be in the description. For you to get started with this, all you need to do is go over to the link in the description that's going to bring you right here where you can take a look at RetopoFlow version 4. So once you download this add-on, fire up Blender. And to install this is pretty easy. Drag and drop the zip file into your Blender UI and click on OK to install it. And once you have that installed, you can go over to Edit, go over to Preference, go right here within the add-ons and type in the word Retopo, just to confirm that you have it there. Now once you have that, we can click on the burger menu, save our preference and close the window. And how you work with this is pretty easy. First, I'm going to bring in a model that we got of Sketchfab and I'm going to click on Import OBJ. So once we bring this in, I'm also going to go ahead and move these up by, I believe, 100. So that should be all the way up. And from here, we can start doing our retopology. And with this ready, how you can start making your own retopology is super simple. So all you need to do is hit Shift and A on the keyboard and go over to Mesh. Right here, you'd notice that we've got retopology at cursor. You can start creating your strips from there, or you can simply do retopology from active. So you've got two options, which are pretty nice. So first off, if we would like to do ours from the cursor, we can simply start from there. And this is going to be our main point of doing our retopology. At the same time, if we would like to simply just go all the way out, let's go back to object mode and have this selected, and possibly we would like to start doing our retopology from the active object, we can also select that. You might also notice something, that the minute we started doing our retopology, we now have a new file right here, which is our retopology. So it simply means that we can jump right in and jump out. So in this case, we can simply have that selected, jump right in, hold down Control on the keyboard and start creating a patch or a strip. And that is basically how you start. On the other hand, if we go ahead and simply get rid of that and have our model selected, hold down Shift tap A on the keyboard, go all the way to retopology from active. If you go over to Mesh retopology from active, you can start literally anywhere. So in this case, we can go ahead and hold down Control, click, 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 and we have ourselves a nice looking squad that we can work with. One thing to keep in mind with all of this is because this is fully integrated into Blender, you can use your default Blender toolset to do stuff. So one of them is hitting things like Ctrl R, for example. So if you hit Ctrl R to add loops, you can add as much loops as you want. So if we like to have a loop like so, we can do that. And we can also go ahead and add loops like so as well. So we can add as many loops as we want. If we press 2 on the keyboard, automatically it switches to your edge mode. So you can tap E on the keyboard to do extrusion if this is what you want. So maybe you just want to start extruding like so. Pretty quickly, you can do all of that. And in terms of working with multiple stuff, say for example, you like to use your poly pen to do some cool stuff, of course you can. So with the poly pen, which is this one that we've got selected, if we have our edge selected like so, if we hold down Control and click all the way to this point, we can do stuff like this. And we can also go ahead and do stuff like so. So I can have that selected, hold down Control and do some multi-selection. And you will notice that we've got these two turned on. So we can do multi-selection stuff like going like so, this way and locking it that way. Or we can of course go ahead and just simply select that and go in like so, just go from one point to another and create that patch right there. And this is pretty nice. Another cool tool which is also available right here is the polystrip. Now the polystrip is one amazing one that I think a lot of people would love. So for you to work with the polystrip is this easy. All you need to do is hold down Control again. So Control seems to be the power key for everything that you're doing. So if we hold down Control, we can simply draw a strip like so. And this is very, very controllable, which makes sense. So you can actually just go ahead and use the handles and move things around and do cool stuff. And of course, if we like to get that strip running across a different place, we can click out. It keeps that, simply substantiates the fact that this now exists there. And we can hold down Control and roll across a different part like so. So maybe we would like to roll on a part like this. We can do that. And at the same time, control how we will want this to work. I'm just going to back out a little bit and show you guys one cool thing. If you press F on the keyboard, you have yourself your radius brush, which is the same thing that you have when you're doing your sculpting or when you're doing your poly paint. And because this is fully integrated into Blender, you can of course go ahead and do stuff like that. So the bigger the brush for your poly strip, the bigger the strip that you'll be generating. So in this case, I can hold down Control with a bigger radius brush and we can get bigger flow like so. And we can of course do bigger flows like this as well. And we can control these flows how we want. And because you've already got the strip, you can continue that strip as we can press F on the keyboard, reduce the brush size, go over here and continue the strip like so. So we can do that and bring that down. And we can of course go ahead and have this and also bring that something like so. And we can do the same thing and just get it up to a point like that. Now, in some interesting cases, you might want to lock points in. And so if I press 1 on the keyboard, we can lock points by simply moving the point over to another point. So that way it just automatically merges and we can merge those points like so. And this is pretty cool. One other thing you will notice is if you go over to your face mode and hold down Shift on your keyboard and select multiple faces, you'll also be able to control them by simply using the Bezier handle that this automatically provides. So this way you can control and move multiple faces however you choose, making it easier for you to play with your poly strips and place them however you want them to be at a given time. Of course, you can always go ahead and turn this off so you can preview what you're working on, and you can of course go ahead and turn this on. I think a lot of people would also want to do something where they just simply put this in an X-ray mode where they can simply look around and see what is affecting what. I think that might also come in very handy. Another thing that will come in very handy is also working with the stroke tool. So for the stroke tool, how this one works is also pretty simple. So for this one, you can literally start creating strokes. So for that, all I need to do is hold down Shift and make just a few selections. I'm just going to select maybe parts like so, parts like so. And once I have those parts selected, I can hold down Control and draw a simple stroke around. And that way it creates a patch, and we can just go ahead and move one point to another and also move another point to another. And from these 3 brushes that you have here, or from these 3 tools that you have here, you can use them to tweak and also create stuff on the fly, which I think is pretty nice. And in several cases, you might also want to mix and match these things together. So for example, we might want to create one point there, one point here, one point here, and another one right there. And potentially just go ahead and press 2 on the keyboard, press E on the keyboard and do some nice extrusion. Again, if you like to use your default tools that you have in Blender, these would also work. For example, if we like to bridge this, we can just select the both edges, right click and simply bridge that. And you can simply go ahead and select other points, and instead of right clicking and doing your bridging, you can have them selected, hold down Shift and press R on the keyboard and redo your last steps again and again. And this will literally work for all the edit tools that you have in Blender. Now, before we talk about the last tool that I think might come in super handy, like we mentioned earlier, all these tools that you have here can allow you to tweak different points. So there is a tweak tool that is here, which you can use as a brush tool to sort of just move multiple things around. Then we've got the smooth tool, or the relax brush, which is also available. Now this brush, you can activate it when you have any of these ones selected by simply holding down Shift and painting across those vertices. So it's actually the same thing that this does, but a quicker way to get things going is by simply just holding down Shift and rolling these things across. Of course, at any point in time, if you like to satisfy curiosity, you can of course go ahead and do this right here. Now, the final tool that we have here, which I think might be super useful for quite a good number of people, is the contour tool. So the contour tool allows you to just simply create contours on cylindrical surfaces. For this, just like we have with other ones, the magic key is the Control key on your keyboard, clicking and dragging, and you create a contour line that you can have there. And you can also draw another contour line that just simply matches the previous one. Then you can of course go ahead a little bit higher and get even more stuff and initiate maybe Control R for more loops, and then you can click and you notice that automatically this just conforms to that. So you do have nice looking tools that you can use alongside these to start getting nicer looking result. And like we mentioned earlier, you can use any of your tools and go ahead and just start making nice looking stuff for yourself. And this is basically all there is to working with this nice cool tool that the folks at Orange Turbine have created. Now, for those that are into retopology and you're looking for a nice, clean, and easy to use tool that you can use to do some of this nice, cool stuff, then of course you can go ahead and check this out. Now, before we go, let's talk about this cool stuff, and that has to do with the mirroring. So in this case, once we have this object selected, we can definitely go over to any of the tools and click on the mirror tool right here. And once we do that, all of the quads or all of the patches or the poly strips that we've made automatically mirrors. So you can see that right here. So we have those mirroring, and of course, you can throw in any of the modifiers you want. If we like to have our nice subdivision surface, we can throw that in, and we can have that subdivision surface working depending on what we're trying to create at the time. So you can also mirror these across any of these axes. You can also play with the tweaking. Within the cleanup, there's a couple of cleanup parameters that you have, and from here we have a couple of nice looking overlays that you can work with. So this is it. For those who are thinking about checking this one out, you can simply go ahead and grab it right now, as the folks at RetopoFlow have made an amazing tool that I think you should definitely look into if you're thinking about doing nice and cool looking retopology. At the same time, there's a couple of cool tools that are currently available right now on SuperHive that I think you guys would love to see. And this includes the Fluid Flow, which is a real-time physics simulation tool for both sand, water, and lava. And the folks at Blender Procedural have created nice cool stuff previously, and I think this is also one of their nice cool tools that might come in super handy for those who are into simulation. However, if you're just into retopology, then of course you should definitely go ahead and check this one out. And if you already purchased this tool, you can get it for 25% off. Links to this is going to be in the description. So this is it. Tell me what you guys think about this one in the comment section. And of course, if you like this video or you learned something from this, you can go ahead and give a like, and don't forget to share with a friend. And until I see you guys in the next one, peace.